Hello, good morning, everyone. How are you? Well, today we're going to continue with Unit 10.4, that is the speaking and writing part of the unit, okay? We are about to finish the unit. On Friday, I'm going to do a summarize of the unit and the grammar, okay? But just in brief, we have talked about the senses, okay? Vocabulary related to the eyes, the touch, the hearing, okay? The order of the adjectives. By the way, there's a mistake in the book, okay? Vale, hay un error en el libro, en la página 97, donde pone el orden de los adjetivos, ¿vale? Veis que pone opinion, value, size, age, shape, color, origin, nationality, purpose, material, pues sería material y purpose, ¿vale? Purpose sería al final, ¿ok? Entonces, bueno, simplemente que lo tengáis en cuenta. Okay, then we talk about sense of humor, the conditionals, okay, and then vocabulary and skill development about understanding natural speech and easily confused verbs, okay. So today we're going to check and clarify, okay, and describe as seen in detail, okay. So here in page 102 we have two pictures, okay, and you have to look at the two photos and find at least three similarities, okay, and three differences between them, okay. This is very typical, for example, in the exams of B2, like the exams for Cambridge, for example, when you have to summarize a photo, talk about differences and similarities, okay. So we could say on the first picture, while in the second picture, the first photograph or the photograph above, the photograph below, picture, photograph, photo, image, okay, so use synonyms when describing. We can see it seems to be, there are, okay, so different things when you describe, okay, but I'm going to do an example. In the first picture, in the first picture above, okay, we can see what it seems to be a restaurant or a big cafe because people are sat in the tables and chatting, having a coffee or something, okay. It seems to be daylight, day, because we see daylight, okay. And as we can't see very good what's outside the cafe, we can describe where it is located, okay. But you can imagine that is in a street, in a crowded street, because there's a lot of people, and also it seems that they are doing something outside, like cooking or maybe some festivity celebration, okay. Well, in the second picture, it seems to be also a cafe, but we can just see one part, okay. There's not people are queuing, okay, so maybe they're going to order a pie or a cake or even the coffee, okay. We can see at the bottom of the picture some people sat, okay, chatting and having drinks, okay, but it seems not too crowded as in the first one, okay. So similarities could be that they are both a cafe, okay, there are people chatting, having fun, not working, for example, and it seems to be day life as well. While differences could be that in the first picture people are sat, okay, around the table. In the other one, people are queuing, waiting to order, okay. Also, the first one seems to be more classical because of the decoration, the lamps, okay. Also, the ceiling is very, very high. While the second one seems to be more modern, okay. We can see several pictures on the walls, more colorful, more cozy, maybe, okay. So just try. I put you an example as well in the platform, but try with that, okay. Then you have a listening and then checking and understanding, clarifying, okay. So clarifying is when, for example, you're having a conversation and you want to check if the other one is listening to you, is understanding what you're saying. So what are you still with me? For example, you are having a phone conversation. Are you still with me? ¿No? ¿Estás todavía ahí? ¿Me entiendes? ¿Me estás conmigo? Do you see what I mean? ¿Entiendes lo que quiere decir? Okay, so these questions or sentences in the chart in page 102 help you to clarify the context. But also I have put you several sentences that could help you to clarify in other situations, okay? Do you mean, ¿quieres decir, what do you mean with that? Are you saying that? So, am I right in thinking, ¿no? O sea, estoy bien si pienso, es decir, te he entendido, ¿no? Lo que pienso es. So, if I understand you correctly, ¿no? Si te he entendido correctamente, is you are repeating what the other one has already said, but without the words, okay? I'm sorry I didn't quite catch the last bit. Instead of, can you repeat, please? You would say, I didn't quite catch the last bit, okay, the last piece of the conversation. I'm sorry, what do you say about? Okay, I don't understand. So there are other questions to clarify the context, okay, and to make understand that you have clear of the others, okay? And in the part of the unit, in page 103, we have describing a scene in detail, okay? So I'm going to read you both tests, okay? But also I put you a video, I posted. It's someone, a native speaker, describing a scene where he is, okay? In this case, it's a river, okay? So you're going to see the uses of the vocabulary he says, okay? The adjectives, the adverbs, the colors, okay? So because you want to describe it, you need a lot of things to color the test, okay? Instead of nouns and prepositions and connectors, you need like adjectives and adverbs, okay? So it's an old cafe in Porto called the Majestic. It was first opened in 1921. Remember that you have to read dates 2 and 2, okay, 1921. And it has not changed since then. As you walk in from the street, it takes a while for your eyes to get used to it, because the only windows are next to the glass door at the front. The walls are covered in large mirrors, making the cafe feel much larger and reflecting the lamps in the ceiling. The smell of the coffee and food makes you want to buy something. So you sit down at one of the tables. The waiter are wearing old-fashioned jackets, but nowadays they are more likely to be serving tourists wearing shorts and sunglasses than smartly dressed ladies and gentlemen, okay? So you see that you can imagine, okay, after reading the test, you can imagine that you are there in the cafe, okay? Second one, it's a very famous old cafe in Porto called Majestic. It was first opened in 1921, and sitting in there can still make you feel like you're in the 20s. As you walk in from the dazzlingly sunny street, it takes a while for your eyes to get used to the dark within, as the only window are next to the biggest stained glass door on the front. However, the walls are covered in light decorative golden mirrors, making the cafe appear much larger, and reflecting the twinkling lamps in the ceiling. So you can imagine everything. In the first one, okay, you can imagine the cafe, the Majestic, old. But here you can see even the windows, okay? You can imagine everything, okay? So I walk from the dazzlingly sunny street, okay? You know how the street is. For you guys to get used to the dark within, and the only windows are next to being stained glass, okay? So you can even see the glasses, okay? So the bitter aroma of coffee mixing with the sweet smell of the domestic famous almond torts starts to make you feel hungry as you sit comfortably in the solid wooden chairs. On the table is a stiff white tablecloth just waiting for you to cover it with delicious food and drink. You might order a pastel de nata and feast of crisps, pastry, and a smooth, rich yellow cream filling. So, if you are not hungry after reading it, you will be, okay? Because you see, that is, you see what's the color of tablecloth, everything, okay? It's very, very good description. Then also, when describing, you need verbs that represent the senses, okay? That we're going to see later. The waiters in their streaking white jackets also have an old-fashioned feel, though these days they are more likely to be serving tourists in their shorts and sunglasses than smartly dressed ladies and gentlemen. In the cafe space, it can be quite noisy at the chatter of cups and saucers and cutlery, bounces off the high ceilings, but even tourists tend to murmur quietly as if in a sacred place. Okay, so murmuring, twinkling, so a lot of verbs refer to senses. That is what we're going to work now. In the language of writing, we have, for example, some words: whisper, okay, crunch, taste, fresh, savory, bitter, touch words like sticky, raw, prickly, or sight words like stripped, bright, twinkle, okay? So, it's a good thing if you work with that, okay, because you will learn a lot of vocabulary describing things, okay? So this is very useful for reading and also for writing, okay, because when you write, you need to describe things in detail if it's required, okay? So that's everything for now. As I told you on Friday, I'm going to make a review of the unit, okay? Because I only have the video, why we see color, interesting, okay? And the review. So keep in touch, bye-bye.